Hey everyone, this video covers the game mechanics of Hexarchy. Hexarchy is a deck-based game, so we start with deck management. At the beginning, you have exactly 11 cards available, plus your unique civilizations card and found capital city card. You can check available cards in the deck tree, where you can also find your civ abilities and unique units. Unique unit becomes available after you discover any deck of an era. By discovering new technologies and civics, you'll get more cards. The game consists of tech, civics, improvement, wonders, buildings, units, abilities, and promotion cards. Each has its unique effect and costs some resources, in most cases, hammers. Sometimes it's hammers and gold. Many cards have an alternative cost that requires resources. You can't have the same category civic cards. There are three civic categories: economic civics, government civics, religion civics. Now let's talk about card management. The game begins by drawing 5 cards from the top of your deck, including a card unique to your civilization and the special Found Capital City card. In the beginning of each subsequent turn, each player draws a number of cards equal to 5 plus total population divided by 5, rounded down, with a maximum of 8 cards. It means you need 15 population to draw 8 cards. Before drawing cards from the top of the deck, any cards saved from the previous turn will be drawn. These cards count as one of your draws. You can save cards using the C hotkey. After drawing the initial deck, you can mulligan the whole hand, redrawing a new one after trashing some cards from the initial one. You can draw additional cards by clicking here or using the Z hotkey. Drawing an additional cards will cost you 2 gold. You can also pay 4 gold to shuffle the deck immediately. You can burn cards and get a reward. For the first card burned this turn, you'll get 2 hammers and 1 science. All other cards burned this turn will grant you 1 hammer. Note that if you burn a science card, you can't advance the tech tree. You can save not only cards in your storage. All resources can be stored if you have enough space. Each city will increase storage capacity as well as certain buildings. You can sell stored resources in the market. The price depends on the global market situation and can change during the game. If you lack some resources, buy them here, from other players or from a trader. Constructing harbors can increase the number of goods traders can sell. In most cases, the trader has the best price. If at the end of the turn you still have some extra resources in your chest, all excess resources will be used to supply cities or sold. You can select the priority for that action with these buttons. The last piece of the interface is overlays. The main thing you need to know is the resource overlay, hotkey R. You can also find the tech tree, trade routes, maintenance, and culture overlay here. You can see how much culture you need to add a tile to your territory. The farther the tiles are from city, the more culture you need to spend on their adjustment. Accumulated culture is shown on the city tile. Cities can be built on a hex either by using a found capital city card or by using settlers. Each citizen that is a part of your city population can work one hex within 2 hexes of the city. The citizen will collect the hex's food, gold, and hammers yields each turn. Food yield will go to the city's food supply. Each citizen consumes 1 food per turn. If a city's food supply fills up, the city grows. If there's not enough food, there's famine and the city loses population. You can pick up a citizen's tile and move it to another. This costs 1 hammer each time you do this, except on the turn the citizen was added to the city, in which this movement is free. You can also move a citizen to the city hex itself. By default, this adds 1 gold yield, but can add additional effect if the city has forge, coliseum, temple, or market. Resources accumulation requires no citizen's working tile, and working on an unimproved tile provides you no resources. Also, holy sites and wonders requires no citizen working on them. Some buildings, like temples, dependent on a holy site and give you a flat bonus for each holy site on your territory. Like with food, citizens consume 1 happiness per turn. If a city happiness is too low, a penalty will be applied to the yields production by its citizens. You can tell which resources are lost to this penalty due to red crosses on them. If a city's happiness is below 50%, luxury resources will automatically be distributed to it from your inventory at the start of your turn, if you have any. Otherwise, you can manually decide where luxury resources go by picking them up on of your inventory and dropping them on the city. Once a city is at maximum happiness, you can give them extra luxury goods for a chance at getting victory points will love you. This chance goes up with increased population and down with each time it occurs in a city. Hammers is your civilization's production. It's the main resource you spend to play cards. Your hammers replenish each turn. Many cards have 2 resource costs in top left corner that can be used to play the card instead of hammers. Distribute food resources to your cities to make them grow faster or prevent famine. Spend gold to draw more cards during your turn. You also use gold to supply your units, maintain orders in your cities, and buy resources from other players. All units, except scouts or units that have had divine favor applied, cost at least 1 gold to maintain each turn. The farther a unit gets from a city or supply road, the more gold it costs to maintain the unit each turn. Building roads along supply roads reduces costs. Also be sure no enemy unit is blocking your supply road by either standing on the road or blocking it with zone of control. A fortified unit exerts zone of control on neighboring hexes. Enemy zone of control is indicated by red hexes highlights on the map. Zog blocks enemy units from simply moving past the unit exerting it. Units cannot move from one hex with enemy Zog to another neighboring hex with enemy Zog. They can, however, attack through it. In multiplayer games, attack and move orders are executed after all players complete their turn. The orders are executed in the following phases: ranged attacks, attacks, advances, moves that occur when advancing into a hex after attacking it, moves. With this, the turn order is decided by the scoreboard, with the current lowest scoring player taking their turns first. This is shown at the top of the screen with the order of play from left to right. In multiplayer games, players win by being the first to get 100 points. You earn points by controlling hexes, city population, military units, wonders, and holy sites. You can view your victory points in the top left of the screen, on the shield icon. You can see which civilization is currently in the lead in the bar in the top of the middle of your screen, which shows the portrait of each civilization leader. The civilization on the left currently has the lowest score, whilst that civilization on the right has the highest score. If you have discovered the civilization with the highest score in the game, the portrait will wear a crown.